We may or may not wrap this up tonight. Depends on how you go.
I'm pretty sure we're all gonna die. Like 80% certain we're all gonna die.
I don't think we're that injured, are we?
Look, there's a horde. Anything can happen.
What's the worst gonna happen?
You'll die.
The crazy old man brings back an undead horde to take over the entire Northlands and kill everybody. Make them into his undead slaves.
Dave steals stupid's dynamite and then rolls a 1 on all his dice.
This would now make it 2 for 2 for me ending games with me accidentally blowing everyone up.
Yeah, but I mean, how much health have you guys got marked?
None of it marked.
Same, none anymore.
Yeah,
none of us have actually gotten injured, actually.
No, they have. He had 2 marked off previously until he healed it.
I mean, we had injuries, but not like health points marked, is what I mean.
No, he had health marked.
Oh, shit.
It's because my character technically died in a sense, so...
Oh, come on. You're not giving me the most... What was it? The award for going for it the most times.
Mate, I don't know if you looked at the stats for going for it. You have like 40 attempts and everyone else has like 10.
I need to go back to the website and take a look at everything.
You're way more going for it attempts than everyone else. Like, it's a real statistical anomaly.
Look, I needed those extra 2 squares, okay? Total top 10 pass.
If you click on just the teams, and it's just got all the teams listed, and then it has just like a stat line for each team, and then you can look at the going for it at the far end. Tell you how many succeeded, how many failed.
Go for it. 164 attempts, 40 failed.
There you go. Yeah, 40 failed, that was it. You failed more than I think everyone else like attempted.
Dodge. 80 over 53. What's the red number mean?
I think it's normally once you succeeded, once you failed.
That is a statistical anomaly if that's the case. Let's see. Pass 600 meters passed, which is second highest after you.
A little surprised by that because I know Drac made a really long pass in one game. He was basically down the entire pitch.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh no, that's 80 successful dodges, 53 failed dodges, for a total of 133 dodges total.
Yeah. I don't think your dodges are like particularly high for a team that's, you know, a few jelly, but you're going for it, so just like way above everyone else's.
Yes, the next highest person is the s3e4 War Dancers with 90 succeeded, 28 failed.
Yeah, so you're like 50% extra on top of the goddamn elves.
I figured I would have a lot of dodges.
No, he's totally going for it.
No, for dodges, the highest was the s3e4 War Dancers with 216 succeeded, 46 failed.
Yeah, because they do it in a 2+, so I mean that makes sense. 2+ way 0 for a lot because he had dodge.
I don't know. I'm ready to switch to my Nurgle team.
Though the Knuckle Doctors only... Oh, that's because they accidentally... Oh, there's 2 Knuckle Doctors. Okay.
Yeah, then Knuckle Doctors is the second team. So they had more matches under the belt. But you have to combine the 2 of them to get the total. That's how he got the most risky. Or the least risky, sorry. Because even those 2 teams combined was like less risk than other people.
How do I, what do I need to do for the one thing?
Stat grabber. If you scroll up, you can find the instructions for the stat grabber. You download it, install it, and run it. That's basically it.
Though the Chasm Crushers inflicted 35 casualties.
Yeah, look how many blocks they did compared to everyone else.
158, Jesus Christ. I thought I was doing it because I was
No. They attempted like nearly 600 blocks.
It says 158. Oh, wait, that's break.
Yeah, it's just how many they succeeded to break armor.
587 successful blocks. What's the black number mean? Pushes?
I'm not looking at it, I can tell you.
Oh yeah, no, because that is a statistical anomaly because he has 587 successful rolls with 37 failed. Well, I did 350 successful blocks, 41 failed. That is a statistical anomaly.
Well,
For
if you roll and you fail and then you re-roll it and succeed, it counts both rolls. So if you failed, you get a fail on your tally, and then you re-rolled it and got a success, you would also get a successful on your tally.
Yeah, no, but that's still a statistical anomaly.
Oh, I mean, his is just crazy because he just like went down to bashing people to level up after he'd got annihilated in his first few matches.
102 turnovers for me, though. Jesus Christ.
Don't think. I thought Drake's been in Roll20 longer than anyone. Where the fuck is he?
Is he still playing Blood Bowl?
No, that was a while ago.
Looks like all the games have been uploaded already.
All your games? Yeah, it's possible someone else did it.
Yeah, I think the only one that isn't are mine with prom.
Sorry, I just lost track of time.
That's fine.
You know, I would have figured Prom would have had the most blocks because he has 259 on
Yeah. He didn't play his orcs that great.
He did concede a few games too.
Oh, okay. No, I kind of figured he would have.
He
gone,
did a
like,
lot better
full
when he'd like slept and actually put an effort in, but half the time he wasn't putting any effort in.
Surprised I didn't get last place.
I
guess I still had more wins than
I
he did pretty
had
well.
a couple of matches where the dice refused to even let me be considered to win. So I was right in the middle.
Listen, that's how all my games went. Somehow I just had to do shit.
yours isn't as bad as you make it be. You're just very pessimistic.
Who was he playing? I forget.
Listen, I played the Amazon. I couldn't get a knockdown to save my life, but then he kills two of my guys and then just a war dancer.
No, I get it. It happens, fun.
I got
Oh,
second place on most violent team though.
Yeah, but you have a statistical anomaly with your number of successful dodges.
That's not an anomaly though. He succeeds in a 2+.
Yeah, half my team can dodge out of almost everything.
Oh, I mean,
I'm talking about the Ace War dancers.
Yeah.
They have 216 successful dodges over 46 fails.
I have a lot more fails than I wanted, but yeah. Listen, that's not what makes me mad. What makes me mad is every time I try to pass it, it never worked in any game. I only tried it one time in that last game because it's supposed to be 2 pass, 3 catch, and he failed.
You
I was
did
like,
about
fuck
it.
it.
At least I got #1 most defenseless team though.
Yeah, the most TDs against you.
Yeah.
So every time I try to pass it, something happened. I was like, I'm done. We're done passing.
Apart from the one big long pass you did, that went really well.
Something happened at the end of that. Oh, did I get a touchdown at the end of that? I can't remember.
Yeah, it was for a touchdown. It was you were just trying to throw it away, but you caught it.
Yeah,
and
I
you
was,
scored.
yeah, I was trying just to throw it away, and then I ended up catching it. I was like, oh. That's what it was. So he didn't get a touchdown and tie it up.
So, last time you bumped into the 2 new characters, you went back to the village of Norg after going to the barony and the other village, the wood one. Used the magic portal so that they could get the wood to the village in plenty of time. So they've now got at least a week to use that lumber to create like a palisade defensive structure. That's what you wanted for, right? Around the village?
Yeah.
Do you want to give me an engineering roll? Because it'll be under your direction how they're going to construct it.
Engineering. I'll look at my skill for that. Engineering 3.
I'll just put the
3 plus the extra one, 3.
yeah, full success. Let me just make a note of that. Yeah, so they're going to get that built on time to a decent standard. But you have about a week, you know, at least a week, with maybe a couple of days to spare or short here or there. So what do you want to do with your final week that you have to prepare? Because at the moment,
Well,
you,
Try and make a.
there you go.
Well, say now that we
Do you
got.
try and make a portal?
Go ahead.
Sorry, on you go.
Go
Right,
ahead.
first on you go. Do it.
No, go ahead, man.
I was going to say, if we know a sort of location where we can maybe get allies or something, that I could try and make a portal somewhere to try and get troops, potentially.
The same thing I was gonna say.
Okay, yeah, because you have a defensive structure. You have two defensive structures really set up, but you don't have like extra weapons. You don't have extra manpower. You have some extra manpower from this other village, but obviously more would be better. Okay, so you just want to try and get troops from somewhere. Okay, well, I mean, you can discuss between yourselves who you know where you could go and what you can try. You also need like measure distances to see where you can get to in time.
I've got two treasures still, so let's say I've got two treasure here, so I can use some treasure dollars to barter for soldiers potentially.
Yeah. So then we got two choices. We either go to the mercenaries or we try to get like, professional soldiers from the army or whatever.
There's the western gate to get soldiers potentially from.
6 days with the successful travel to get to the Western Gate.
But is that counting the portal?
No, that's just to get there. Assumingly you do a portal and then you can get back. Oh, you saying about taking a portal there?
Right. Well, it's anywhere he's been before, and since
Well-
he used to be like with the royal family, he can at least maybe get to like the northern outpost. I'm assuming he's had to travel through it.
Really? That's 500 miles each. That's a 500-mile round trip, and it's
Well, I'm
100.
going to say, because the portal is open just now for them bringing the lumber through, to go to the place you're going to, you can't use the portal. But for coming back, you can.
Ah, so he'd have to. Okay.
Those are the risk of the rolls for that as well, for portal travel. You can go
about-
find it, this magical peach tree.
It's about 4 days to Old
Kill the
Quarry,
army.
6 days to Western Grail.
Honestly, I don't think Old Quarry will have enough people to even help us. It has to be Western Gate. But then, how are we gonna convince them to come back? Will be the thing.
Technically, listen to the old man's tale about what he knows about the peach tree and try and find it. What is true, basically, is it rules anybody. You basically make an invincible army, just keep fighting and then give them a bit of peach and then they go back to fight again.
You assuming we're gonna find more than one peach in the peach tree?
This is a catch point. Even if you cut the peach, you cut it into wee bits. It's enough just if you don't need it probably for whatever full power it has, just enough to bring people alive. Make it an
So-
invincible army.
So just juice the peach and mix it with their water or something.
Make
Exactly,
snaps.
there we go.
You still need enough people to fight for that to even be considered.
That's the thing. You won't need as many people to fight in a sense if you can keep them if they can keep fighting.
Right, you wouldn't need as many, but you still need more than the 20 or 100 we might have against thousands. Because literally, when they said like we were going out, like our group was the only able-bodied men. Period. Basically.
Yeah, you won't have more than maybe 30, 40 men at most right now.
And there's thousands of gnolls.
What about Aragos? Does he not know anybody nearby or things? Because he was a knight. No, not a knight, isn't he? He's a. What's the word for it?
A night.
I don't know. Is the
That's a knight.
northern outpost or the western gate? Do either of them lead to whatever empire he's from?
I don't know where Empire is from. I assumed you were coming from the southern one, so you came up from
Yep.
the northern outpost. So the Western Gate leads to a different kingdom.
Oh yeah, then it probably came from the northern outpost. It's probably a bit too far away. Unless
Is it
you've already been there.
possible to let me see. Is it possible to send someone all the way down to Iron Blades? I'm gonna take a silence as a no.
I don't know. I don't know how the travel works here exactly. Like how many miles can you get in a day?
180 miles is going to be 9 days on sled.
Yeah, see, we don't have.
Each way.
Yeah. I mean, you may have 9 days at most. But then they
Yeah,
would be.
by the time we get there, they'd already be here.
I mean, if you rolled it very well in your journeys, you get there quicker.
Oh yeah, if you've rolled fairly well.
Mm,
You can do crits like 3 times in a row, right?
like
We have to-
the only realistic distance I think would be old quarries, maybe the Codmen.
Ah, yes, the Catman.
Well, only thing about either of those, Old Prairie probably is in a similar situation to all the other villages in the north. Not a lot of people, and Codman, well, Codman.
What if we lay a trail of meat up the river? Just like start dropping pieces of meat into the river. Will they start? Will they just follow it?
I don't think so. I don't think. It's a long trip to be following some meat and some water.
At least the old bears. We'll go collect them and just send them off. Send them off.
What if we pray for guidance?
The only realistic choice we got is either the Western Gate or Iron Blade Guilds. I don't know if we can even reach
Well,
the
we
northern.
do have.
Or Codman.
There is something else technically. Sorry, technically we've got the portal open to Slog right at the moment because they're covering the road to cross, so we could technically get the portal out at Slog and then travel anywhere from there.
Ah, this is a good point.
No, what's the good to the
I
northern
could-
outpost?
I could probably help if we go to the northern outpost. I don't know how much I could help, but
Yes, you could make the northern outpost.
If we go to Slog, we can go to the Northern Outpost, which is more likely to get support and help. The only other things that are nearby is going through Tudton Falls to look for the Lost Library to see if there's any information that can be found.
Ah,
Or
books.
there's
Yes,
the
that's what
village
we need.
more
Books and magic and powers.
more
Yeah, I don't wanna
magic
do
about
more
necromancy.
magic. No, thank you.
Or there's also the village of Smoking is on the way down there, so we've got at least a halfway travel point to stop by, restock, and then head down to the northern.
So what if we went to the northern outpost and then from the northern outpost to the Iron Blades Guilds? How far of a trip would that be?
They
How
probably
deep
wouldn't
is
make it back
thing?
in time.
It would take you a week to get to northern outpost without crits.
Oh, so that's all the time we really have, huh?
And then remember, you've already sent Marcus's son to the northern outpost to get troops. So
So how far is it from Skog to the Iron Blades? Is that
from Skog to Ironblades?
yeah?
3.
How are you guys doing this measurement thing?
Go to the ruler button
Right?
and then just
It'd be too far.
click like you normally do.
It'd be too far. It's 235 miles.
Yeah, it's 160 at that point.
Skip through the mountains, though, could you make it?
If we could
Yeah,
find
but
a
that's
path through the
slower.
mountains.
You're not going to go full sled speed through the mountains.
Too far. Okay.
That just seems as possible, Max.
I mean, that's still... Even if you went as a crow flies, it's 10 days.
No, even.
Ironblades would have required going to, like, Old Quarry, perhaps, instead of Skog as your first target. So you've got Northern Outpost, Western Gate, Codmen, Peachtree. These are all options. Old Quarry.
So we can hit Old Quarry, I guess, if we did that route, and then from Old Quarry we can see how many days we had. Like if we had like a really good journey, maybe we could then try to go there.
Well, if we can't decide, let the dice of fate decide us all.
That's weak. Just make a decision. Jesus Christ, I hate people that can't make a decision.
I'm all for the
I-
Western Gate. I don't want to go to a village that ain't gonna have that many people. I'd rather
I
go
vote-
to an actual gate.
I'd say the northern outpost.
Probably the west. I'd say the western gate since already sent some down to the northern outpost.
Oh, that reminds me.
One for western and one for northern. So, final decisions, guys. Who votes what else?
My vote's Western Gate.
So 2 western, 1 northern.
What say you, Edwin?
Make it a tie.
Oh, the Western Gate. Do you think they'll actually bother with anything spilling into here? No, they don't care. They'll let this whole place be overrun. They have their
Why-
gates.
Why would they? Then they have no support coming from the kingdom or anything like that because all the supply
But they're
lines
a
were cut
rival
off.
kingdom.
That's a different kingdom, though.
You are assuming that they care.
I'm assuming we have our own soldiers posted there. Like, how do we know that's the Western Gates people, and how's that not our people?
I don't know. What do we know?
Because that's how we defined it when you were drawing the map.
What did we find it as being the other kingdom's people and not our
Yes.
own people?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes. So why would they care?
okay. I thought it was our people. I
No,
thought we
they're
had
there
put
to
it
keep
like
you guys out.
Exactly. Why would they care about us? So the Western Gates is probably a no.
No, I was under the
Uh,
impression it was our people. Yeah, the only option is Old Quarry. Then, if we have enough time, go down to the Blades.
Oh yeah, that's it. Or if there's any like runners or like sending an owl, I don't know, a raven, an owl, a pigeon, some sort of flying message.
I love that you picked the 2 birds that are not used for that historically before you said pigeon. Just throw all the birds.
Game of Thrones. We use ravens around here.
Yeah.
Harry Potter. We use owls. You know.
I don't know. Didn't they use ravens at some point?
No,
Or the,
use pigeons. Hope they would say messages with crows.
Strange that they wouldn't use a bird that can talk.
So where are we going? What's the plan?
One with Edwin on this one. Then. So now it's 1 Western Gate, 1 Northern Gate, 2 for Old Quarry.
May as well head to Old Quarry then. It's the safest bet, and if worst case scenario it's not like it's far to travel back.
Let's go.
Alright, so who is leading the way? Who's going to make the roll for the journey to Old Quarry?
It'll be me because I've got Pathfinder. Have we rested up fully before we left this place, or did we do any resting before?
I mean, you should have marked off any rest that you got from resting overnight.
Yeah, all my stuff's
I
cleared.
think I've
The only thing not
Level
cleared
1
is
fatigue.
my gear and my debt.
Does anyone
one-
have a full supply, or does everyone have full supplies?
I do.
nope.
Okay, so,
I should probably refill my supplies.
I do not have my supplies filled.
okay, so we're not prepared.
You guys should take debt.
I'll take a
and then
dead
be
to
prepared.
refill my supply.
Yeah, you can mark a date to
because
refresh
I
them.
stayed in town, can I lose the debt I already had here?
No, you keep
guys-
the debt
you
until
guys
you
can
have treasure
treasure.
to pay it off.
Aha. And spend treasure to do so. Okay, then I will take a second debt to get rid of my supplies. I still have 1 gear.
Okay, but that's because that's something you've held on to.
Yeah,
right?
mine's permanent from the climbing gear.
Yeah. So it's still right. It's the supplies that matter, so it's not the gear. Okay, so we are prepared. Are we fresh? Has everyone got all their fatigue back?
Mm-hmm.
I've got fatigue, but I'm only half supplies. I only got half.
Right, so you're not prepared.
Unless I use one of my agility debt, then
Yeah, you can mark that.
may as
You're probably going to die anyway, so you might as well take the debt.
exactly. My son can inherit it.
So everyone's fatigues reset, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so if you're fresh and prepared, that'll give you 2 extra dice.
Right, so
If the
initial
cartographer
dice
is
one.
helping, you'll be getting extra dice.
So far, I've got 3 for Pathfinder, 1 for the initial dice, plus the 2 bonus ones. So that's
Edwin.
6 dice so far.
Could I help with Commander? Like
Oh.
backseat Pathfind?
One of you, actually no, yes, multiple of you can help. That's fine. You're going to
I thought he was
lose
gonna
one
say,
because sorry, you're going to lose one dice because the journey is more than a day. You're going to lose the second dice because it is a treacherous journey through the Bandit Lands.
So you're giving me +2, and I might from that. So we originally had 8 -2, so 6 dice then. All happy? Yep.
So everyone's going to mark fatigue for the roll, and then you can make the roll.
Yep, there we are.
A partial. 6 dice and he gets a partial.
Luck's not with me like last time.
Knuffle is out for you.
So everyone takes an extra, their choice, fatigue or cold. And this is presumably because you have to like avoid bandit patrols and stuff like that, and to do so you're staying in the cold longer or staying awake longer at night as you make your journey. How many days did I say this was? Yeah, which is 4. Okay, and then you're going to mark off 4 supplies each when you reach Old Quarry. And Old Quarry is, in a way, very similar to the other villages you've seen, as Drac was saying. It's small, it's underpopulated, it's in decline. You can see the path leading up to the mountains where the quarry itself is. You can see the excavation equipment standing there covered in snow with icicles running off the ends of it. You can see the carts. You can see what used to be the fields where the livestock were kept for driving those carts and machines. Probably much like the populace in Norg, this was a lot of miners that used to live here. But it's definitely a place that's seen better days when you arrive. Let me roll for weather here. Oh yes, and when you arrive, or the morning you arrive, the wind is picking up, the clouds are coming over dark and thick, and you can tell from living up here this long that a blizzard is about to set in. So upon reaching Old Quarry, what would you like to do?
Time to search and investigate. Let's find some nice new friends. La 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 la.
What is it with these magic people that always metal?
I think that's just a side effect of magic. Another reason not to use it.
Magic makes you go crazy. I thought everyone knew that.
Or is it just crazy
Or-
people that do magic?
I think it's just crazy people that do magic.
We'll call him A, we'll call him B.
I mean, yeah, we might as well talk to the chieftain, tell him what's going on.
Let's see if anyone here knows about this Marcus fellow.
You just met the Marcus fellow, what are you talking about?
He never told me his name.
Oh no, he said Marcus, but you were like, oh, that's just a common name.
You were like, is that my Marcus?
The picture looked different.
Okay, yeah, I mean, the same as all the villages, you can see where the chieftain's house is at pretty easily when you approach. People here don't look as glum as they did in some of the other villages you were in. The men that are here look healthier, stronger, fitter. There's obviously not a lot of people living here still, but they seem to be doing a little better than some of the other villages. Probably because they're a bit further south. You knock on the chieftain's door, and a man opens up, and he has sort of like a matted blonde hair, and his beard's all kind of tied into braids. And he has these like slate grey eyes. He's a man of like sort of mid-40s, very weather-beaten look about him, but he's very broad and muscular and strong looking. Can I help you, travelers? What brings you to our fair village of Stone Quarry?
Well, we come from the village of Nord to the north.
Ah yes, what news do you bring us from the north?
But gnolls, that's the news we bring you.
Gnolls?
Thousands of them.
Are you quite sure, man?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure.
Well, what can we do for you?
Manpower. We have fortifications set up, but we ain't got no people to man the walls.
I see. And how many men are you looking for?
However many you can spare.
Well, that's something of a loaded question.
Yeah, I mean, if they get past us, they'll just rampage into the land. So
We need at least 1,000 men to man the garrison.
Well, as you can see, we do not have nearly that many men. There are no more than a dozen of us able-bodied in this village, I'm afraid. We're not exactly fighters, we're not trained for combat, we're not soldiers, we are mining men.
I just shrug. That's how it's been everywhere we've been.
Indeed. Is the magistrate not sending forces to our aid?
We sent someone down there, but we haven't heard back.
And how long do we have before these beasts arrive?
How long do we have now? Let's see, like 7 days, a week.
Well, it was a week, traveled 4 days. 3 and a
So we
half.
might have 9 days. So okay.
That's true, yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, so 5 to 3 days. Depending.
And there are thousands of... I mean, I'm more than willing to help, but I don't want to send our men to their death if all we're doing is, extending the inevitable.
I guess that's up to you and them then, what they want to do. Either they die there, they die here.
You want to roll a negotiation roll?
I don't think I'm negotiating. I'm kind of spitting it to them straight. What do I even have that would work with that?
Anything social-wise you have.
Merchant?
I mean, you're not offering anything in trade, though.
No, just his life. Just his life. I got nothing else that would help.
You offer
So
a
just
bit of treasure.
roll 2 dice and offer the worst result.
Well, you always get one
No.
dice, right?
Right.
Do you have a trait that applies?
I got defender and rough hands.
You could use defender, so you have 2 dice.
No one else talked, so I just started speaking.
Yeah, everyone else is just standing silent.
I have a social skill that would work in this and a trait that would work for it.
So do you
Right,
wanna-
but you didn't speak up.
Yeah,
so
you
I
would
just
pitch in and say
started
something then. Do you want to pitch in and say something, Argus?
Isn't it better to fight for your home and defend it than fight at your home?
Well, perhaps, but I don't want to send men up north just to die on the wall somewhere with no chance of actual success.
Then what would you rather do? Would you
Damn, I don't have the skills because I know what I want to say.
I mean,
Stay
you can
here.
still say it.
Look, if they do, service guarantees citizenship with the Empire.
Don't you believe in democracy?
Yes, I will vouch to you as a knight of the Empire that I will do all within my power to guarantee that if any of them die, they'll become posthumously citizens and their children, but not their children's children.
What makes you think we aren't citizens of the Empire now? Why else do we pay taxes?
Lordships.
Lordships.
Listen.
What?
I don't know what they're offering you, but the choice is simple. You either die there trying to stop them, maybe you'll die, maybe you won't, or you stay home and they come here and kill you anyways.
I like how the knight went, lordships, question mark.
Yeah, he's like, wait a minute.
Well, yeah, of course. You defend the entire empire from a legion of gnolls. Do you think they're not going to reward us with lordships?
I mean, your knight doesn't seem to think so.
Over what land?
Well, you see, that's where they give you a land and a title, and sometimes there aren't there like people who are lords and they don't need lands because their entire thing is to be popular?
Looking at
I mean, I
Edwin
guess,
dressed in
but-
these furs. Like,
I mean, like the Northern Outpost Mason soldiers, they may not. We don't know. If they do send soldiers, every other person we can get to help would be helpful. And if they don't send people, well, you're dead either way.
alright, Argus, why don't you roll your dice then? In addition to
Alright.
Drax. Although I don't know, I feel like you should be doing it negatively because you were putting the case note to them.
Well, I offered them.
Like, lordships, are you crazy? You wouldn't give them lordships.
All right, I'll take one dice off.
Yeah.
Lordships.
I mean, 2 is a success, so, yeah, you make a valid point. If we don't step forward, step up to help defend this place, then it's just going to fall apart and be overwhelmed anyway. Very well, I will muster our men and we will set north immediately.
Huzzah!
Then let us pray to the goddess to bless your journey.
Goddess, what kind of heathen are you?
Well, who do you pray to then?
Points to like a statue of a bear that's standing on its... An owl bear standing on its hind legs. Pray to the great owl bear, of course.
And is the great owl bear male or female?
It's male, of course. Who worships a woman?
Huh. What does the great owl bear offer you in return for your prayer? Not
Strength.
being.
Not to eat us.
Well, he offers us strength, of course.
I'm trying to remember what I had the name as for whatever goddess the.
I got a name for this. I mean, you could just call her God. But yeah, so he's going to go off and muster the men of the village and take them north.
Pete.
12
Huzzah!
strong men. So I know this, don't worry. Okay, so now you're at Stone Quarry. The blizzard is
Now
setting in. They're going to have to wait until morning to set off. But they should get there in time. But what for your little merry band?
So now we now have 4 days to either go somewhere else and get a portal set up, or just to head back.
I mean, you could probably try and use a portal from where you are now, maybe, because that's 4 days have passed. Still have finished doing the lumber and stuff by now.
Go there, then we can try and do some. I was thinking, who's got anyone got engineering skills, and we can try and make some sort of guns using the gunpowder from the dynamites and stuff. Or is there guns that exist in this type in this?
Well, they
I
have.
was like, guns probably don't exist.
They have explosives. They're going to have gunpowder, which means they'll have cannons at least.
I mean, if guns exist, they're going to be the primitive hand guns. They're like sticks with a mini cannon on the end, if
Yeah.
anything.
I think you would have big cannons first before you've got to the stage where you have like rifles and stuff.
I believe those things were made around the same time in the 1300s. If you want me to be throwing out my historian hat, I gotta double check my historical facts.
I mean-
Even early, if you think of the Chinese though, but I'm thinking of Western European stuff specifically.
I mean, you definitely would have the larger gunpowder guns before you had like smaller ones.
Because it's easy enough to get people trained to use guns. So
You know what idea that gives me though? Why don't we just build like catapults or trebuchets or something, and we can just like launch burning barrels of gunpowder at them.
there we go. You're an engineer. So there we go.
Well, I mean, you've got precious time left to enact anything like that.
Right, so like portal back to this city with any gunpowder we can get from here, and then start working. That give us what 4 days, 3 days.
We can set up on the mountains and just roll the gunpowder down the hill into the crowd.
That too.
Well, that's why I took Stupid's explosives.
We can hollow out a log in the middle, put the explosive inside, and then roll it down the hill while it's lit.
Nothing could go wrong with that plan.
Nothing could go wrong with that.
Or we could just set the.
Why do we always apply crazy people logic?
We also could just take a bunch of big stones from this place and also just launch those to catapults or whatever.
You know, trebuchets and catapults would probably be the sensible answer.
That's what I'm thinking, but you know.
Also, wait, do we have any dead, diseased cattle in the village?
That would take too long.
Yeah, I don't know if we have enough time for
Matilda.
the disease.
Okay,
Was
do
it
we have any dead? Okay, how many dead people do we have that are rotting right now? We can put them in the catapults and launch them at the enemy.
Was it Matilda? I can't remember. What was it?
God damn it! Let's leave her in the dirt. Stop bringing her up.
I think
Matilda,
we're
get in the
trying to kill the
catapult.
gnolls, not make our own people.
I mean,
fighting
we
them.
could start with the crazy person who's bringing the dead back to life. He could be the first one we launch.
Just launch live people at them.
Oh
they
no,
don't
we
get
kill him first.
Hold this
we kill
dynamite.
him.
Hold this
Yeah,
dynamite and then
exactly.
launch them.
Exactly. I'm sure nothing of value will be lost.
That
Well,
reminds
it's
me,
like
we
a whole
can do
Looney
like
Tunes moment where he
we
just
can do like the Noblar catapults. They go flying.
Is it just a Looney Tunes moment where they're just standing on like a rope trap? You hand them the catapult and then they just fly off.
So we're at Old Quarry. There's roughly what? 3 to 5 days before they get here. What do you do?
My vote would be open a portal from here to Norg, send people through to mine stone, give rocks, and then we go and make the catapults or trebuchets. That's my bet.
Right, so I'm rolling for the portal then.
Yeah, roll for portal. Because if the portal fucks up, you're not going to get it anyway.
Right. Okay, I'm trying to see any of my
So,
traits might apply.
wait, before you make the dice roll, you are going to create the portal and people are going to walk through it. Then we're going to roll the dice to see if it's successful or not. Yes? Because otherwise you're going to roll it and then go, oh, that failed, I'm not stepping into that portal. And there's no fun in that.
Well, so who's gonna be the sacrifice?
Where is the crazy
rolling.
old person? We
Well,
can throw him in.
he's going to make the portal, he's going to tell you, right, the portal's done, let's go, and you're going to just... You have no reason not to believe him, so, I mean, you've got plenty of reasons not to believe him, but...
I have every reason not to believe him.
As the brave and fiery knight, I will be the first to the portal to make sure it's safe for the.
Okay, so you're going through no matter what. Okay, so now you can roll the dice.
I gotta make sure it's safe for the common
Okay.
folk.
2 for portal, 1 initial. I'm just trying to think if any of my traits, adventurous, or quick-witted. No, I don't think any of these will apply.
No, but you can push yourself by taking an extra fatigue.
I might do that just for this case. So 4 dice, then it'll be.
Yeah, and you'll be taking 2 fatigue.
Yeah, we can't help you. It's magic. I can't even think of a way to help you.
Yeah. It's almost a success.
There's a 6 there.
I don't die immediately.
Okay, as the caster, I will give you a choice. Your portal either almost gets you to the village, or it's only open for a very short time.
Okay, so if it's open for a short time, that means we'll all get through, but the soldiers will have to walk up from Old Quarry up to the place.
Well, the idea is to have it open to mine stone, right?
Yeah. The idea was to mine the stones. So we'd always have like ammunition.
Yeah, so I mean, if it's only for a short time, you and the villagers can get to Norg immediately, but then it's going to close. But or you could have it so
Really
it doesn't go all the way to Norg, but it will be open for longer.
Wait, but why are we worried about coming here to mine when Noig Village has its own mine?
We don't have mining equipment. None of that is left on North.
Pickaxes.
Yeah, but they have like
the
winches
actual excavation
and stuff like that
equipment
here.
and shit. Yeah.
I thought we needed or converted to fire the cannons and stuff to make sort of catapults and stuff.
Is he allowed to know how close he gets to the village?
Yes, the tool house.
I think that's still
Just
worth it. For most of the whole house was like what, a day?
A day, yeah.
Yeah. So if we last at least one day, then people who would be delivering resources to Toll House could still deliver it to us the next day for the next day of battle, kind of deal.
Yeah, you could also have it as a secondary outpost if worst case scenario the village falls. We've got somewhere to head back to.
That too.
Okay, we'll do that
Ah,
then.
yes,
It's little
the
tool
toll
house.
house with its great and brave garrison. Oh wait, that's right.
Well, listen, there's only 4 of them there to begin with. It wasn't like it was a great garrison.
Yeah, just imagine.
This is all
Yeah, so you open the portal to the tool house, you step through, the villagers, hesitant, but they go through as well, and they're like, "This isn't Norg." And they start looking around. And they're like, I found the road north. And another guy goes, "I found some graves.
Found some graves. We'll be like, hey, this looks like the Toll House.
There's some dead people here."
What manner of trickery is this? This isn't our destination.
I don't think
Is it a wee
it'll
bit
take
tough?
us long for us to realize we're at Toll House, at least for me and Edwin.
Yeah, if you've been there before, you'll recognise it.
Was there a wee sign started so Aaron was here? In the wood.
No.
Alright, so the village is just a day travel north, so that still got us a good bit of the way there.
They could be here as soon as 2 days' time. That's like the soonest they could be here.
Right, so it'll take us a day to get to Norg, then another day for them to get to Toll House. And they might be there, then they'll be able to go through and start mining. And we'll be building catapults.
Alright, so why don't you give me your engineering role for getting people making catapults once they've finished the palisade?
Like,
Because you obviously don't have long to build those, and those actually take a while.
I'm pushing myself, so I'll get 5 dice this time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's no problem.
We're down to the wire. Apparently, I'm desperate.
I guess I should work on training people to at least be passable with weapons.
I mean, I think they might be busy building stuff.
Ah, yeah, that's a good point.
You can train them how to load a catapult.
Who then,
Alright.
right?
Yeah.
How not to blow the wall up and let the gnolls in. Would that be a fighter or a commander?
Commander, definitely. So we got catapult.
I don't know if fiery would work or not.
Got strongman, got trebuchet. Yeah, I mean, if you're like training guys, in the downtime, and it's more you just giving instructions rather than them actually practicing because they just don't have the time or the strength to do that when they're doing all this like lifting and carrying and constructing. You'll be able to. You can tell that only, a handful of them are going to be like any good in a fight. The rest of them are just fodder, hands down. All these old guys, all these weak people, all these malnourished ones, the younger ones, none of them are going to be any good for what you're going to be up against. There's only a handful of people that are actually going to be able to hold their own for any length of time. And add to that, you don't really have, like, weapons. You've got a handful of weapons and makeshift weapons from tools and such. But, so you're going to, like, allocate the weapons to the handful of people that probably actually stand a chance. But number-wise, it doesn't look good. Because you've got a little over like 50 people.
Don't know if this will work. We've got artifacing, which we're
Artificing, yeah.
praising crafting items imbued with magic. So I'm not sure I'm able to put magic into anything particular.
I
if,
mean,
like,
so they're going to be able to get at least one shipment of stone from the quarry up to Norgan time for ammunition.
So I could roll to see if I can imbue any of them or some of them to see if they can be sort of explosive in a sense, an impact, or
Sure,
cause,
we'll
like,
do that
after
like
effect.
during battle though, I think, because that's going to be a kind of more immediate thing.
Yep. We try and roll for restings and stuff like that then.
You can all just
Roll.
store all your fatigue and all your colds, because you'll be able to rest in your own village unless you're wanting to like go anywhere or do anything.
I will not be. I'll be putting all my effort into building catapults and
Yeah.
any other last minute defenses, blah blah blah.
I'll be just standing menacingly on the palisade, just looking out into the distance.
Try to see, I get to see the picture of that.
I think if I want to take anything from my gear though now, that'll all be alright, I think.
Since we rested, do I have time? Am I able to level up?
If you got XP, yeah, sure.
Will you get a tail as well from somebody? A tall tail.
You can, over the course of the couple of nights you'll have, yeah. If someone has something they want to pitch in and get themselves a trait. Does anyone?
I've got a few already, so I'm quite happy I am.
No, I'm pretty good where I'm at.
Yeah. I just can't think of which one would be.
Advantageous. I mean, I imagine
Yeah.
you're geared for combat anyway, right?
Yeah.
Anything else you want to do in preparation then?
I guess, should I try to bless the palisade or the stones we're gonna throw?
I mean, you can if you want. I'm not going to get you a roll for it because it's not going to do anything.
Just make the wall like glow slightly.
Only thing you could bless would be the people fighting. I would think.
Yeah, I
don't
mean, you
bless
could give it
anything.
if you want. You could like give a sermon for people in the eve of battle kind of thing to get their morale up and shit.
I can't think of anything.
If we find out if anything, if the people come in,
You go out
Not
there,
from the
we're gonna
north.
win. That's the speech you give.
So I mean, Edwin secured the explosives from Stupid. So was there like anything Edwin wanted to do with that prior to the actual battle, or is this just for hurling them off the ramparts?
I mean, well, my first two plans weren't gonna work. Which one of them involved evacuating the entire village and setting the explosives in the village to blow them all up. That one wasn't gonna work. Number two would have been inserting the explosives in the crazy old man who nearly got us all killed and launch him at the end.
Aaron, hold this box for me.
I got it. I have a speech.
Go ahead.
Tomorrow we'll all die, but
That's it.
we'll take them down with us.
For freedom!
I was doing this thing around the village. Everyone helps me kill the white gnoll, gets treasure, and I show them like treasure I've got.
Okay. Various shapes
I do have a.
Oh, okay.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead. I'll let you finish that.
No, they're just various shapes of. Where are the soldiers? Hey, Marcus, where's your goddamn son?
Mark is just back there smiling slyly.
Marcus is like preparing the sled at the back of the tavern. He's like, what was that now? Sorry, Jack, you were going to do something.
With the explosives, I have an idea if we can do something with them. we could like line the pathway with a few of them. I don't know how we set them off though. Unless, well, I guess we could just run long fuses. They did that back in the day, right?
Could we tie the explosives to arrows?
I think they might be a little heavy for that.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
We
do that.
could launch them with the catapult if there's a way to put the explosives in the rocks so the rocks explode as a shrapnel bomb. I'm gonna assume that silence means it's a stupid idea.
I mean, you could hollow out a rock and do that. That'd be
Would
fine.
we have time?
You can do it in the middle of battle, as long as the battle lasts long enough.
I mean, drilling a small hole in the rocks, probably. Definitely within your skill set.
Yeah. So we could do one of those, or we could line dynamite along the path, and when they first start coming, we can blow it up, and maybe it'll give them pause.
Or, I mean, another one. We're not zealots enough for it. Would be to find anybody in the village who wishes to die for the village, and they can bring the explosives to them.
He says, looking at Aaron.
Look, they will be remembered as the great, inglorious heroes of our village.
The 72 versions waiting for you when you go.
You would do that, and then Aaron would remember that they can teleport back as soon as you shoot them.
Well, that's why you break his neck first.
Oh my god.
I mean, that sounds also more like something you would do during battle. I'm just trying to see if there's anything you would do preparatory beforehand.
Okay, real answer might be is there any way to like set up booby traps with the explosives?
Of course
That's
you
what I
can.
was getting at. If you lay it out on the path, and like when they come through, you just hit the trigger so it blows up.
Okay,
Yeah,
Edwin,
that's-
what
like
skills have you
tripwire.
got for laying explosives?
Yeah, laying explosives specifically?
Or something in that field, yes.
Scout, survivalist.
We used engineer last time.
That's Scouts. Scouts a good one. You could help him with engineer if you're willing to take on the risk.
Yeah, I'm all about defending the village. So,
Okay,
So that would make it 4 dice.
yes.
and then if you have enough fatigue to spare, you can push yourself to get by.
You both take 1 fatigue for doing this, obviously, to start with.
Okay. That'll leave me with 1 point left for it. Sure. We
You should have
court.
got all your fatigue back.
Yeah,
for
you
the
should
rest
have
of the
full
village.
fatigue now because you're resting for 2 days in the village.
Okay, then yes. Then yes. Well, that doesn't change the fact that I rolled a 1.
Okay,
because,
so
of course, I rolled
there's a minor issue with the explosives as you're kind of laying them, as it was last time when you were laying them. So somebody is going to get injured. Which one of you is it?
Well, I'm not a fighter, Edwin. At least you can shoot your bow, so I'll take the injury.
You see Edwin, about to wrongly position one of the explosives, and there's like a spark in amongst the snow. And you recognise Edwin is worth more than you in battle. When you push him inside, you go, Edwin! You stand him aside, and it goes off, and just kind of like burns you all down one side of your face.
Oh, God, I'm Scarface now. Doesn't matter. I'm probably gonna die soon anyways. And like I said, he's worth more than me. I don't know how to fight, so
But
I
I'm
might be
a knight.
cussing you. I might be cussing you as I'm holding my burnt face, but at least I know it was worth it.
So we have the avalanche barricade, the palisade construction, trebuchets, strongmen from stone quarry, the explosives that have been laid down, and then we're going to try some magic shenanigans during battle as well.
And then if any soldiers happen to show up at any point in the time, I
Yeah,
guess.
I'm sure they'll show up plenty of times save the day.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to happen.
Oh yeah.
Alright, so we're not
Marcus
going to roll
Sun wouldn't let
for
us down.
making camp in the usual way, but we will roll for someone making camp to signify like taking watch for the night. So who wants to be the one to take watch?
I guess I'll take watch.
What skills you got for taking watch? Scout, something like that.
I don't have
Soldier.
any. I have fighter.
Probably
fighter,
Edwin's job.
commander. Yeah, that might be better.
But you volunteered, so unfortunately it's you.
I got fighter, commander, a rider. I guess I can ride outside the
Is your fighter commander the same level?
fighters for commanders too.
Yeah, I think fighter would probably work. Because it is part
Which
of
is
soldiering.
disciplined.
Yeah, it's part of soldiering.
Would brave or fiery help?
No, it'd be more like something that's to do with like your awareness perception. Yes, so you're like on the wall, as it were, at night, and you spy a small party of gnolls, no more than 3 of them, going from tree to tree, advancing. You see them clamber over and down the avalanche wall and make their way through along the valley towards the palisades of the village. They haven't seen you. You douse your light out quickly, but you see them in plenty of time, and you have to jump on them. What do you want to do?
Is there any way for me to signal to, like, a signal or something?
I imagine that somebody on watch would need some way to raise the alarm or signal. Yes.
Guess some kind of bell or horn.
You just want to raise the alarm.
Well, I'm just one person. I can't. I don't know if I can fight however many are in a scouting party.
No, yeah, it's totally up to you. Yes,
Depends
just
how many other people are on watch with you.
I mean, there'll be other people spread out, but they are not as experienced as you, obviously. They're NPCs.
I guess I'll try to alert one of them quietly first.
Yeah, I mean, you got the crit. What you want to happen next happens.
Alright, so I'll alert someone else, and then I'll get a bow and arrow, and try to take them out before they realize they've been spotted.
Okay, so just mark your gear for the bow and arrow. You can take a shot, strike one down, kill it flat, before anything else happens. Use your crit. And you're also send someone off to raise the alarm, quietly, or subtly. The rest of you, one of the men from Stone Quarry comes in, and he starts like tipping over things and rubbing all your shoulders and yelling. Not at the top of his voice, but enough to rouse you all from sleep. It's like, they're here, there's a scouting party just outside the wall.
The gnolls are here. Aha! Pull up my machete. Time to hunt.
Yeah, I guess I'll just grab the hammer and shield I've been keeping with me and just go to the wall.
Edwin snores.
Sorry? I snore?
Huh?
Well, you weren't
What?
doing anything else.
Okay, I thought this was a cutaway to see you guys on your own. That's why. My bad.
I'm assuming you're all kind of staying together in the same household. Or barracks or something.
Damn it. All right, let me get my arrows.
Fumble around and grab a handful of arrows in your bow and head outward into the darkness.
Yes.
You can see Argus is already up on the wall. Argus, you still have eyes on the 2 of them as they approach, and they seem to be like testing the perimeter.
Do you have any source? Is there any way I can find like some oil and something to light a fire with?
Yeah, you just
Some
mark
oil, some
off.
mags, and
Sorry, you just mark off on your
Yep.
supplies or something like oil.
Okay. Okay. Because when I get into position, I'm gonna wrap the arrows in these cloths soaked in oil and light them on fire and shoot them at the gnolls.
Okay, give me the archery shot.
All right, that's gonna be 3 plus, so that's 4 dice.
Freaking crits, man. Is this like a double arrow shot to hit both of them, or what?
Well, they're on fire.
Yeah, but both at the same time, or is it like one after the other, or what?
Yeah, I mean it could be a double arrow shot, sure.
He turns it sideways, does a kill shot, 2 at once.
Well, with a crit, he's going to hit both of them successfully, and the furs that they're wearing kind of catch fire and go up, so they're brightly lit, and the 2 of them let out this just wolfish howl, and then like dive into the snow to try to put themselves out, but they're both going to be badly burned, although not dead.
Time to finish him off. I guess I'll What's out there to do just that?
So you're going to leap over the palisade?
Or go through the gate.
Well, I mean, if it's a defense palisade, I was assuming there wouldn't be a gate because there's no reason to open up.
This is true. There's no gate that I'm not jumping over because I'm not getting stuck out there.
I guess since the gnolls are on fire and everyone knows what's going on, I'll just blow into a horn and raise the alarm.
You want to roll with your command then, since you're basically just ordering people to fire. Ooh, okay. They let out a volley. One of the gnolls kind of like rolls down a small hill into like a stream that goes through the middle of the valley. He manages to make his way away under the cover of the trees, avoiding fire, and escapes.
Well, shit. Well, I didn't want to happen. Oh well.
So you can either leap over and go after him in the dark, or you can
No,
let him
it's
get
not
away.
happening. I'm not going after him at any point.
What about you, Felix? Gung ho for killing gnolls as you are.
Ah, screw it. Let's run after and kill him.
So you're going to leap over the wall and chase after him.
I'm crazy that way. Yes. Also, my character's traits are adventurous and stuff, so he doesn't care. Go with that.
Okay, so what skill or do you want to roll with?
I've got fighter, probably.
Yep.
So in this case, and as I said, because I'm jumping, I'd assume it'd be either quick-witted because I'm lacking patience and planning, so I'm just going for it.
Sure.
So fight.
Alright, yes, you managed to, you jump down, sprain your ankle in doing so, roll into the snow, you run off into the trees and underbrush in the darkness without a light to light your way. You can hear the creature up ahead panting. You can still see the glow from the fur that was on fire. You follow like the scent of it through the trees, but it turns around and faces you and lunges at you, biting at your shoulder as it does so before you plunge your machete just like upwards into the lower part of its jaw and sever the head from the shoulders. You're going to take an injury though.
Howling like a big roar. Ah!
The rest of you just figured he's a goner. He ran off into the dark. He's not coming back. But after a few minutes or so, he does return with the head of a gnoll in his hand. And a rather nasty looking sort of limp and blood coming from his shoulder.
I guess I'll go to patch up his wound.
Was whistling happily. I went and killed a gnoll. Na 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 na. It's not the white one, but I couldn't tell, so
Oh God, please
let's
stop
go
singing.
find another.
Please stop singing all the time.
I'll use the supply to try to treat his wounds.
Yeah. You roll.
You know what? Good man. Still stopped him from getting away.
Well, that's very okay.
Do
I
you
guess
somehow
you'll
feel better than before you got bit?
yeah you'll heal 4 injuries with that.
Start jumping up and down. 1, 2, and start pretending I'm fighting, punching the air. Yep, I'm fighting fit. Let's go.
You feel confident now that the gnolls do not have like a sneak attack that can make its way up without being noticed, and they do not have any prior knowledge to their advance tomorrow. You can probably hear on the wind the howls of the horde beyond the end of the valley, out of sight, blocked by the avalanche wall you created as the night draws on. And I think come morning, the break of dawn is when you start to hear the explosives trigger that you had set the previous day. Going to immediately start to thin the horde.
Ha! Nothing like the sound of death and destruction in the morning. Nothing like the sound of freshly made orphans.
It is close to noon before you start to see the gnolls breach the avalanche wall, and trickle at first before it's more like a downpour of them just coming over and the wall and down into the valley. And as soon as they get into the valley, you can see them like hacking away at trees, bringing over rocks and big parts of lumber with them over the avalanche wall. Although they are struggling to get those over, let alone get them constructed in the valley.
We need to light the trees ablaze before they come back with the wall.
Okay, let's see. Can I do it with fire arrows, or does somebody else need to do something?
Well, you can do that, and we also, if the trebuchets can reach that far, they need to start hitting the people.
Oh yes, you've
over.
probably like configured your trebuchets to get into the valley beforehand.
Yeah, so that'll be what I'm doing. If everyone wants to set fire to the trees, you can do that.
Well, I did not succeed at that roll.
Sorry, Dave. What were you trying to do exactly?
I said I was. Oh, I thought I was clear in that in my wording. Using fire arrows to light trees on fire.
Okay, burn the wood so that they can't use it, basically. Yeah,
Yes.
and you try to do that, but you know, a mixture of distance, the snow and ice, and just then putting them out when your arrows land is just ineffectual.
Well, who wants to throw old people at them?
We're throwing rocks first.
So it's still an option, but we're throwing the rocks first.
I'm going to try then and use some magic on one of the rocks before we sail.
Okay.
Fire off.
Yeah, so you're artificing, you're enchanting some of the rocks to explode on contact or mid-air or what?
Let's see. Yeah, we'll have it explode in mid-air, so it's like basically
Range shrapnel in them, yeah. Okay, give me give me an artificing roll then.
Just trying to find any other traits to help. Don't think I do, so. Nope.
That's nasty. Okay, so the downside of that is I got this guy's lay hands on the stone. You start to imbue it with magical energy and you overdo it, and it explodes and destroys one of the trebuchets.
I knew. No.
You're down to one trebuchet.
I guess I would begin repairs on the other one. Is it? I don't know how long that will take, but I'd rather do that than do nothing.
You're not going to get it done during the battle, unless it goes on for a very long time.
Right. I'm okay with that. Maybe
Still
the
fun,
battle
you can
will go
use
on
them.
more than one day. Anyway, so yeah, I guess we're still firing the one trebuchet.
So do you want to roll your engineering, since it's your engineering skill that works into it, for firing the trebuchet?
Gotcha. Engineering. Would Defender help me with this?
Yes. That's exactly what you want Defender for.
What's my fatigue? Yeah.
Although if you keep rolling zero, it's not going to matter. Jesus.
Partial success.
Yes. So the trebuchet is going to be somewhat effectual, but obviously it's reduced because you've only got one instead of two of them on the go now. You see it hurling rocks, limited ammunition that you have, over the top of the palisade and crashing into the trees where they are trying to prepare, and killing a dozen of them at a time as it does so.
Hey, the bright side to being down one trebuchet, we now have double the ammunition we thought we'd have for the one trebuchet.
Take twice as long to fire it, yeah. So while that's going on, what is Argus doing?
I guess I'm just it's not quite time to jump over the wall into the fray yet, since we're still
No, because you want to do that when they're rooted.
Yeah, I wouldn't jump over the wall, period, because you have the advantage. They try and climb up it, you can always just knock them down.
Well, I mostly just don't want to get hit by a rock from my trebuchet if I jump over the wall.
So you have.
Of course, I'd be aiming towards the back of the line.
Yeah,
but
I mean, you have a
fire.
platoon of guys at your command with a handful of weapons. So what do you want to do, Argus?
I guess just get tell them to put their spears over the wall, and anyone with a bow to just keep firing into the crowd.
Okay, so do you want to roll commander, and you'll have an extra dice because you have the palisade as an advantage.
Would fire or brave work for this one?
Yeah, bravery probably. Ooh, that's very good.
The only one to succeed.
Under your command and instruction, the men are extremely effective. They may not be trained archers, but being very strong that they are, they're able to pull back a great deal of weight and force on the bow. And yeah, volley after volley, they're just like cutting down the gnolls as they start to approach wave after wave towards the palisades. Edwin, what would you like to do?
I would love nothing more than to find more ways to either explode or set gnolls on fire.
Well, I mean, once a good bit of them get into the valley, we did have those explosives set.
The ones they already triggered.
Oh, did that already happen? Okay.
Yeah, he's triggered them when he came in. They like thinned them out to begin with and already chipped away some damage on them.
Gotcha.
But I mean, you can produce supplies, gear to do stuff. That's perfectly fine.
All right, I will reduce my supplies by another one so I can get more fun stuff to set them on fire. And I would love to start picking them off and lighting them on, trying to find like locations in their camps that like if I set them on fire, it's going to cause the most damage.
Right, so if they're bringing like barrels of oil and stuff like that they're planning to launch at you, you want to like hit those early and make them explode.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, give me a roll for your archery then.
And any checks that might apply.
Yes.
No, I don't have any injuries right now.
Oh, do you have any traits to give you an extra dice?
Stoic, never complains about hardship, can be emotionally remote and difficult to love, or jaded.
A stoic could apply, yeah.
Okay.
We should not panicking.
I mean, one success is still a success. Yes, they don't have a lot of like explosive stuff that they're carrying in. Clearly, that's not the the tactic that they're really aiming to use here. But they do have one, and you fire at it straight and true, striking it with your fire arrow, and it does explode, sending flaming oil everywhere. You're taking out a large section of them, and also denying them access to part of the battlefield by setting it ablaze.
Excellent.
Explosion sense for this.
I know what my next action is going to be now that he has the battlefield ablaze.
Sure.
Since we can use supplies, I guess I would. Can I use supplies to get oil and
Of
launch
course.
that with a trebuchet?
Yep.
I guess try and spread that fire, like make a wall of it. I suppose would be the plan I'd be aiming for.
Okay, just saturate it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me a roll.
That'd still be engineer, I guess.
Memory mark fatigue, guys, when you're doing rolls, because that's
Yeah.
going to be a limiting factor, like how many actions you can actually get off.
What about social like command? Is that a fatigue or a stress?
You can pick, I suppose. Fatigue if you're doing the action as well, like leading by example. Stress if you're just like telling the guys. Did you include an extra dice for the trebuchet strike?
I have not been doing that now.
Yeah, roll an extra dice for that one. Oh, that's really good. Yes, I guess you're not just using the trebuchet to launch it, but you're also having guys like lob them off the wall. Just smashing them into the ground off the rocks and such, and just like causing as much flammable area as possible to extend that
Right.
fire and slow them down.
Yeah.
Yeah, and before long you've got basically just big patches of oil and fire all over the place, and they're having to meander through it in order not to set themselves alight. Felix, You are like surveying the battlefield, and you can see dead in the center, towards the front now, this large hulking pale fur gnoll that is clearly given directions, and he's sat on the back of this hulking owlbear.
Damn, an owlbear? God damn it.
And he's just like pointing his big, crude-looking axe at different points of the palisade and just roaring out directions to the horde.
Eyes just pure light up and says, "It's there. Anyone who helps me kill it, I'll reward with double treasure."
Okay, what do you want to do?
Is there any like horses or animals that available to ride on?
We didn't secure anything like that, so no.
I mean, I have a horse, but
You have a horse, yeah.
I don't think I'm going to let you ride it.
I'll steal your horse in my hand. Let's see. I'm trying to think how crazy I'm going to be. Let's be very crazy, right? I'm going to get him to launch it, try and aim with the catapult thing to launch me at it.
Okay, so you come running down to Jordan, and you're saying, "Launch me."
I'm sorry,
launch
what?
me at the white one.
Okay, you want me to launch you at the white one? Can I take
Yeah,
stretch
I'm gonna
instead of fatigue for this
Yes,
one?
totally.
Okay, so engineer skill, I guess, plus catapult, plus extra dice.
And you're going to lose one dice because this is a terrible idea.
This is a terrible idea. All right, back down to 4 dice.
Well, boost them with my...
Oh my god.
Okay, you close your eyes and give the signal, and the men launch the trebuchet. Felix, you go flying over the wall, just waving arms and legs in the air frantically as you go over, like a halfling in Blood Bowl.
Jesus.
And somehow you manage to turn that into like a somersault roll in the air and land on your feet, like Marvel hero landing style, on the other side of the fire. And you're no more than like 15 feet away from the head gnoll. So you land there, you're within, shouting distance of him. What'd you do?
I roar to get some sort of sense of challenge. Because let's see if it sort of recognised me from previous battle.
Just gonna point your sword at it or whatever and scream at it.
He turns around to face you as you yell the challenge at him, and he has a big grin on his face. He's like, "My friend! You've come to celebrate my victory!"
Friend, you killed the kingdom. You killed my homeland. You're not a friend of mine.
But you
I'll
helped
send
me
you-
escape! What are you talking about?
Would you help me escape?
That was a mistake. I will not open a portal to your realm again and release more of you. How dare you destroy this village and these people?
Shakes his axe and he's like, "Well, now I'm just confused." Kill
I
him!
challenge you.
He waves, and just like a handful of gnolls just like leap towards you with their weapons.
Can I try? This is a big chance, right? I have Beastmaster's one of my things. Can I try and use it to basically sort of enforce this challenge between him and me directly?
Okay, so to try and impose that they're not worthy of fighting you and the leader has to fight you.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, sure. Why not?
So I have 2 for Beastmaster. I'm doing adventurous as my trait for this. This has to come as part of it, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Where's the foolhardy that we had the one time? That's what you need.
Everybody wisened up. No more lost in foolhardy.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Yes, you're like, challenge me, you're not worthy. And they just like start smacking you with their weapons, taking injury.
That's what give me a sec.
You're not worthy to fight me. Clunk just smacks you across the face with a club.
Okay. Sorry, I missed what happened there. Sorry.
You yell, you're not worthy to challenge me. It must be the white gnoll. And the ordinary gnoll just like smacks you in the side of the head with a club, giving you an injury. So you're going to be involved in a brawl with a handful of them. You guys up on the palisade. What do you just want to do next?
How far away is the leader from the wall now?
He's into the valley. I mean, the trebuchet can throw him for quite a distance, so he's a good distance away beyond the fire. There's like a wave of gnolls just like coming towards you before that.
Has it thinned out enough for me to jump over the wall and not get swarmed yet?
No.
Alright, yeah.
It's suitably thinned, but I mean, they would definitely outnumber you like 8-10 to 1.
Oh, that's fair odds.
Fair odds. You just stay up
Alright.
here and keep knocking them off the wall.
Fine.
Yeah, you do have your platoon of guys. I mean, you could lead them into battle.
Alright, I'll try to bless us first.
Oh, of course, yeah, that'll work.
Is the sun out or are there clouds?
Probably a lot of smoke up in there.
That's a good point. Let me roll for that.
Can't quite get a blessing of the goddess of the sun if there's no sun out, right?
I keep forgetting to roll this.
I'll be right back. Give me like 2 minutes. You guys can keep
Yeah,
going.
there's a sickly yellow-looking sun in the sky, kind of mired in the clouds.
Oh, raise my sword up and just the sun smiles down on us this day. We will stand victorious. Something.
Yeah. Motivational rally. As you call upon the blessing of your goddess. And she strikes you with lightning, taking injury.
Alright.
To battle, man! You raise your sword and there's just like a crack of thunder, and this lightning just like strikes you, leaving you all singed and burnt.
Alright, I guess I'll just keep launching arrows into them.
You're like, maybe not. Pick up the bow and arrow. Edmund, what would you like to do now?
I still got some of those explosives, right?
You can pull it more, yeah. You still got supplies.
I would love to throw them at the enemy.
So they're now like reaching the palisade, smacking against it, scrabbling to try and get up the side of it. Some of them are running along with hastily, crudely made like ladders to try and get up near to the wall.
You know what? Check that. Better idea. I still have my fire arrows. The ones with the ladders are gonna suddenly realize that they'll be warm for the rest of their lives.
Okay, give me your archery roll again.
Okay, that's still 4 dice, I believe.
Would be yes. Oh, crit, nice. Yes, you launched one arrow after another, setting their fur on fire, getting them through the skull with a bullseye shot. One by one, they drop the ladders into the snow, start rolling around, trying to put the fire out on themselves, or just scarpering away from being burnt badly.
Okay, so the ladders are not burnt up, which was my primary hope.
I thought you were trying to burn the guys.
Oh no, I was trying to make sure the ladder. Well, yeah, that's
They'll
it.
get burned, but I mean, they're not going to go up in flames. I mean, that's just not how wood works.
Damn.
But you burn them badly gnenough that they abandon trying to set up the ladder.
I still want. I'm gonna start gathering up some oil, and I want to start pouring it down onto the gnolls below us.
Sure. Yeah. Drac, what do you want to do now? Sorry, Jordan.
I guess I'm just gonna keep the trebuchets firing. I'm not gonna do anything extra.
Yeah, I mean, you can see that the Horde is starting to waver. They've reached the walls. They're not going up the walls. They're just getting burned and set alight and shot down with arrows. Their own like siege engines are not being constructed because of the work from the trebuchet. So they're definitely kind of on a precipice of what to do, and they look to the leader at this point. So what do you want to do, Drac?
Well, if we can see him, I guess I would focus my my trebuchet fire in his like general area. Maybe?
Yeah, because you would have seen the guy that you launched to attack him, and then he just seems to get swarmed by gnolls before he gets anywhere close to the owlbear, as you inevitably knew he would be.
Yeah, that's yeah. So I'm gonna keep doing that, but with I guess oil, I like set the box on fire. I guess on top of that,
Okay.
just try to cause more chaos.
Okay, yeah, so you're following everyone else's examples, including your own, but just pouring more oil and adding fire to everything.
Yeah, so I'll take it up.
So flaming shot, and you're aiming for the leader.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 3, 4. If I push myself in fatigue, puts me like a health mark. Does that health take away from this roll, or would it be my next one?
Next one.
Okay, well then I'll push myself and I'll take a health mark for my next roll. So 4 or 5 dice.
You do not set your own trebuchet alight. It does not explode in your face. It does launch over the wall and hit its target successfully, landing right next to where the gnoll leader is, setting him, his owlbear, the entire area around him on fire. This includes the gnolls that were attacking Felix, as well as Felix himself.
Sorry, Felix. I thought you were dead. Sorry, Felix.
Hello.
That's another injury for you, Felix. But the gnolls are off you as they scream in pain as they are caught on fire. You just have spatterings of it burning your skin with nothing an injury. It doesn't set you completely on fire. You look up and you can see that the owlbear has ran off, and the white gnoll is kind of standing there alone, just kind of putting the flames out from his fur and throwing his fur cape off.
Sorry. So, right, I'll rip off my fur because it's obviously probably in fire that I'm wearing, and then I'm going to charge it speedily into the white gnoll while he's down and try and decapitate him.
Okay, sure. Give me a roll.
Kill him at least. So fighter and quick-witted. And I am going to push myself as well to put myself to the limit. So that's 3, 4, 5.
Just don't roll all ones this time.
Right, 3 fighter, sorry. Quick-witted's 4, and this dice 5. One push 6.
You charge head first into him and sweep up the side with your machete, trying to decapitate him in one blow. You strike him across the chest, collarbone, sternum, putting a deep gouge into him with your machete, but it's not enough to slice him in half or anything like that. He's a very large creature. He roars out with pain, and blood just kind of splashes everywhere. He's not dead, he's half dead.
Shout, I'll finish you. I'll take you. I will destroy you.
Argus, you can see this. You can see the horde wavering. Some of them are actually starting to fall back. You can see there's arguments between them. Rocks getting thrown, fights breaking out. The disarray is beginning to take hold. You look and you can see the white gnoll is in the process of battle and distracted. He's not taking command of his forces. What would you like to do?
I'll blow the horn I blew before and then yell, charge! Rout them before they regroup.
Blowing a horse, leaping over the wall kind of thing.
Yeah, just great sword at the ready.
You want to roll your commando then? You can have an extra dice for your platoon of guys.
Forget to use torches. Some of them are soaked in oil.
Would Fiery or Brave work for it?
Yes. Definitely bravery. You succeed in commanding the men and they leap over the palisade and leap into battle to fight them off and chase them down. Unfortunately, as you do so, you leap right into like a puddle of oil and set yourself on fire. You're going to take another injury.
God damn.
But after that, you'll be able to roll out into the snow and engage them in combat. Edwin, I mean, the tide of the battle's clearly turning, and they're beginning to root. What do you want to do?
Well, you see, I got this thing called explosives that I was gonna use one way or another.
I don't like the sound of that.
This when you pull back the tarp, and there's just a box of dynamite.
Yes, and just start giggle and just. This is the first time he's ever smiled since his wife since wife number 3 died.
I'm gonna say since his wife number 3 died.
Yes.
And was then resurrected.
Well, that was miserable. And I'm just explosives.
You know, that's a good question. Where is Aaron right now?
That will be revealed in a moment.
So I would love to. I guess that I guess that's like just one die then, because I don't have anything that's applicable.
Yeah, that sounds fine.
And that's a full XP chart.
All right. You are going to pick up. Are you just like picking one up, lighting it, and throwing it, or do you have something with the whole box that you're going to do?
No, just one for now.
Okay.
You
Yes.
think just one?
You pick it up, light
You start
it,
with one.
it explodes in your hand, and you lose your arm.
Damn.
Definitely 2 injuries.
Well, I'm not getting that. Well, I guess I'm out of the fight.
Drac, as the last kind of action when they're routing, what do you want to do?
I think since Argus jumped over the wall and took all the people with him, I guess I would get the people who are helping me shoot the trebuchet, and the guys bringing me ammo just to grab like pitchforks or sticks or whatever, and I'll just take his place on the wall just to try and keep any last ones out that might come over.
They're definitely not getting up the wall at this point.
Either way, I'm not jumping into the melee. I'm here to
Okay, so you're
defend.
just firing, throwing, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Do you have anything for like commanding guys or doing that action?
Nope.
Just
Only thing I
defender.
could think of would be labor and defender, but
Defender works if you want to roll 1 dice. Take a stress. You know, this is not the environment you want to be in at all. And you're like, why are you all running over there? Like, we've got this.
yeah, the outing. Why are we over the wall?
and putting ourselves in danger. But you managed to like get the guys with the pitchforks and stuff to like fend them off, make sure no one else is coming. Felix, having scored this blow on the white gnoll, what do you want to do?
I think use my last gear. I'm going to take some sort of like explosive thing and then just shove it into its mouth and let it blow up.
Right, okay. Area fighter will still apply for this because it's combat.
Okay, so I've got fighter, yeah, quick witted, but a -1 off that. Plus my strength, so I have 4 dice. I like to push myself as well, just since we're here.
Might as well. Have you not got like -1 for health ticks by now?
I do, yeah, because I counted that into it.
Okay, cool. 1 is enough. Unfortunately, you can't put enough distance between you and the beast before the explosion happens and you're caught in the blast and sent sprawling backwards, so you're going to take another injury. As it explodes, chunks of it goes flying everywhere and you're sent flying backwards into the snow. Gnolls are running all around you, just like panicked animals now on all fours, running in all directions trying to avoid the fire and each other. They're crashing into each other all over the place. Barking, snapping, just like escaping panicked dogs. And then, Jordan, you see a lone figure standing up the side of the valley with his arms raised up high, completely naked.
Oh
and you
my
recognize
God.
Aaron.
It's old man Aaron. It's old man.
Don't worry, my friends. You can see he's holding something in one hand that may or may not be a skull.
Oh God, we should have killed him when we came back.
And he starts like, you just over the wind, you can hear like chanting something to the wind, and he's raised his arms up high. Wind is blowing all around him, and he's like flapping in all his glory. And he's going to roll. He is going to roll to try and resurrect the Gnoll army.
Why?
Let's see.
Which he completely fails to do.
Oh, thank God.
He's up and he's like, you start to see all these like nobodies burnt and dead, the arrows sticking at their skulls and crushed by the rocks. They start to wriggle and move in the snow and twitch and try to pull themselves up. And then one by one they just explode. As if like, you know, a stick of dynamite or something's going off within them, all and scattering like chunks of them all over the place. And then the old man looks down and he's got a full-on erection at this point because he's so excited. And then he himself, Aaron, just explodes, sending chunks of old man flying everywhere. The rest of the gnolls flee and jump over the earthquake wall and scatter into the north.
The last image they saw was an old man with the direction exploding. Oh.
I hate how that ended, but I think it was hilarious.
I was waiting for Marcus to come up behind me. Damn it, I don't have an army still.
Oh, Marcus is gone. Him and the corpse of Matilda are missing.
Oh God, why did he just take all these corpse for?
Peace returns after a time. There's just the burning and the smelling of burning flesh from the valley beyond. Argus, you and your men run down, you know, the strays and the slow and cut them down before they escape out the valley until there are none left.
Can you eat gnoll?
Nothing stopping you.
Felix will say yes.
Then tonight we feast to celebrate our victory.
Nope. Nope. I'm out.
Right one is mine.
Yours exploded.
There's chunks of it left.
Just chunks of white fur just now dyed red.
In amongst the chunks of the white gnoll, you find like a bloodied satchel that he was wearing. And inside that satchel, you find a single perfect ripe peach.
Hey, you guys. Anyone know what this is?
Yeah, give that to me. I say, with one arm somehow missing.
Oh, you haven't bled out yet?
It's
No,
cauterized the explosion. He's fine.
yeah, give that to me.
Rolling dice if you're going to bite it.
I will.
You immediately vomit out blood and die from poisoning.
Damn.
You shouldn't eat things from strange creatures.
He says, chewing down on like raw gnoll.
Why would you eat an item that came from an old dimension?
The village is saved. The horde is turned back. Congratulations.
Thank you. If I'm Jesus Christ.
That wasn't nearly as hard as I was expecting. Like at least 2 of us to die.
You say that, but it was looking grim at first with all of our failed successes.
I mean, you could have failed the trebuchet thing twice. That might have like killed Felix. You might have set fire to the trebuchet, and then that would have lost as well.
I could have set fire to the whole palisade and let us all die.
Yeah.
His explosions could have done more than set his arm, like blow his arm off.
I guess we have to collect the fallen now. Just looking over at Edwin's corpse after eating him.
You never technically completed your task of finding Marcus.
Dude, we already got kind of like a wooden wall going. My next plan is just to keep adding to that. We have a walled city next.
Yeah, you can build up and add to the fences.
Yeah, after Argus helps with rebuilding and healing anyone who's got injured, he's probably gonna go off and try to find Marcus.
Hunt them down. Yeah, you find Argus about a day later, just outside the old toll house. There's like a figure crouched down over him as you approach, and the zombie Matilda is eating his guts.
Oh my god.
I thought Matilda only had a lower half left.
You,
Yes.
you're saying it like it's an issue.
I don't want to think about it.
Yeah, she's just like shoveling Marcus' guts into her mouth, and then they go through her system and just come out the other end.
Alright, I guess I'll just put down the zombie and make sure Marcus is dead.
Yep, and as you do so, you notice the graves of the slaughtered soldiers next to the toll house.
That's strange. Who could be buried here? I guess after that, I'll just take Marcus's head and put with him, and maybe head back to Norg to
Sure.
wait until someone who can take him to the northern outpost.
Sure. Several days later, a large army of soldiers arrive from the northern outpost, led by the magistrate and Marcus's son. Proudly proclaim they're here to help avert and turn back the tide of the Horde.
Oh, are you here to help with that?
Yes, you can relax, citizen. We are here to help. Now stand aside.
I imagine at this point, since there's like thousands of guts and shit out there, there's still plenty of it out there.
And Marcus's son, of course, jumps off his horse and inquires, "Where is my father?"
You know, I haven't seen him since the battle.
What about my grandfather?
He didn't make it through the battle.
He shrugs his shoulders. Well, that's to be expected. So I
I guess I'll
imagine,
tell the magistrate that
Yeah.
they're not needed.
yeah, the magistrate will be quick to claim victory for his stewardship over this land and repelling the beast from the north.
Yes, he did. That's such a great job.
And as a reward for all your bravery, Marcus's son will be appointed a lord. Lord of Norg.
Argus starts clapping, not realizing that this is the son of the man he was trying to hunt down.
And then upon seeing Felix, he has his men arrest Felix and take him down south to await trial for aiding and abetting the escape of the White Gnoll.
It wasn't me, I tell you. It wasn't me.
Argus will go with them also.
And
He'd probably just end up getting lost if he tried to make it down on his own.
yeah, most of you survived this one.
Can I roll for a final teleport to see if he escapes and gets away?
No, you're hung, drawn, quartered, and executed.
I want to see if teleporting got away.
Okay, give me one teleport roll. See if you get out of prison before that happens.
2 teleport.
I know
Push the
exactly
fatigue,
what's
took my last
happening if you
load.
fail here.
Remember, this is the day that you almost caught Captain Jack Sparrow.
Are you Argus's next mission? He's just chasing you down.
Create the new portal, leap through it, escaping the carriage that was transporting you, and immediately fall down the depth of Skolgar's Hole. You hit the water at the bottom like you're hitting concrete.
Jets.
And as the camera pulls
By the way,
away, there is another young naked maiden sat by the water at the bottom of Skullgir's hole singing softly. And then the end credits roll.
Am I the only? Me and Argus the only ones who made it out then?
Basically, yeah. Continue your trade work and continue being a soldier.
I think I'll give Marcus' son a stern talking to though.
That's Lord to you.
Yeah, that's
man.
Lord Balder.
The Horde to you.
See a second execution.
He probably erects like a monument where his grandfather died. The savior of Norg.
Savior of Norg. Is the statue naked too?
Such a naked man standing up, arms raised.
All three.
Suitably positioned fig leaf.
Oh Jesus! That was. I thought we were all gonna die. I thought there's no way we would win that one.
That went well. I like that.
I mean, you rolled super well for trebuchets. That helped.
And that was a last minute idea when someone mentioned throwing explosives in there, and I was like, wait a minute, I could just build trebuchets.
Plus the
Catapults.
successful fire arrows as well.
Alright, if only I could have got the blasting and jumped out earlier, though. Just
Yeah.
then I probably wouldn't have made it.
Yeah, you probably would have died too. So with all the men, then Noel's like, maybe we can take the wall now.
Just use your head as a battering ram.
I just would go for the crazy and the funny. It was really worth it. It was worth it.
I can't believe you rolled that so you could land on like catapult throw. That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
I'm just gonna have him break his neck or something.
Yeah, I thought it was really gonna go splat.
I thought it was going to be either one of those two ways. I thought either yes, I'm going to be successful and to have real fun, or I'm going to die.
Yeah, I thought I might have ran it one more session, but obviously when we could set like a time limit for travel and stuff like that, it didn't work out.
I think if obviously the portal thing wasn't successful, then yeah, the travel.
Oh,
would
I'm
have
100%
getting back.
removing Portal as a spell because that just defeats the purpose of this rule set, which is all around like the journeying. That is 100% getting removed. I'm going to take out like half of the spells. I don't think they really have a place in it. It doesn't
Yeah,
suit the theme of what it is.
Yeah, magic in general kind of ruins the whole thing.
Yeah. I mean, I think a little low-level kind of spell thing here and there is fine, but... And, you know, self-explosions, stuff like that works, because they can backfire. But portaling and all that kind of stuff just doesn't fit it.
What about blessing? Is that too much?
Blessing is totally fine, because that can go either way. That's just giving you an extra dice or screwing you. That's fine. Like, thematically, gods and praying that stuff should, like, allow you to roll and then just not do anything a lot of the time.
Definitely think your nature-based stuff is a lot better. Like
Yeah, yeah.
magic based on we had like the ice walls and shit instead of all this portaling and.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No high-level magic stuff.
I think last time we had the fucking Eldritch people coming. Yeah, that was too much for me. That last time too.
That was too much, but also added to the story the way he went with it.
Yeah,
Well,
I wasn't just like trying to bring an entire castle to life or something.
No, I mean, I didn't mind last time the aspect of the sort of corruption of your character. That was actually quite good. But like Drax says, it can just veer into the comical a little too much sometimes for kind of the tone of that one.
Yeah, like when I brought the house to life and it just started rolling around.
Well, that and like how at the end here, Felix wanted to be launched in a catapult, and like that's crazy and having fun, and like so I didn't say anything, but like.
Yeah, I mean, we'd already gone crazy, silly with
Yeah.
some of this, which is why I'm having old men explode and stuff.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like grim and
Yeah,
hard
the idea is more it's a grim kind of one, roleplay heavy and stuff.
Yeah, probably for another one, obviously tone back from character, tone away from magic and that, and keep it more
Yeah,
sort
I
of
mean,
like
I'll just remove that so it's not like an
previously and
option in the
stuff.
rules. I think this is something I'm kind of guilty of as GM as well, is giving players too much freedom instead of saying, not necessarily saying no, but laying down the parameters ahead of time by saying you have to do it within this kind of restrictions. Because too many times the
Keeping-
games go off tone because of that.
Yeah,
Or
they're
the
not keeping to a
parts.
theme.
Or not keeping to it, or the party doesn't work so well because I've let them go in too many different directions. I think that's more on me for just not laying that down at the start.
Wait, because Portal is supposed to be a ritual, so shouldn't it be like something that takes like an hour to cast?
No, it depends. Like I guess Portal could, but I think when you made these spells, it's like it could be 10 minutes to do the ritual, or it could have been like.
Yeah, he also wasn't like casting Portal in the middle of battle or anything like that, so that was at points that he had time to set it up and do it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there was any point there where he was doing it kind of spur of the moment kind of thing.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, so it wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah, that's why I never used it. That's why I thought of the catapult tools to launch stuff. If not, I'd have the idea that Tower of Jones teleport saying, well, that's a ritual. It will take longer to
Yeah.
pull that off.
Yeah, and it's the same when they were transporting the stuff through it. You couldn't just like do another one quickly, and because the whole thing has to set up. But yeah, I mean, I think something that skips the whole point of journeying, which is the point of the system, just probably shouldn't be in there.
And we were getting close. If that battle lasted longer, I was already at 2 health marks, working on my 3rd. You know.
Oh, I mean, the fatigue thing is going because you only get 4, and then you're taking health tick each time, and that's at less dice each time. I mean, that's going to add up quick.
Right. The only reason I was even going so good because I got that free one from the.
Yeah, I mean, you see yourself anytime you're in a fight in it, like very quickly you're like, shit, I've not got enough dice to keep doing this.
Yeah.
I figured if I couldn't take stress for commander and stuff, I would have been at 2 health ticks already.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the way it's set up now, the dice and stuff like that, it kind of forces you to get inventive and try to end things quickly.
That's exactly why I asked you. Like, can I take stress for launching him? Because I was at the fatigue. I was like, I don't want to let fatigue work. I was like,
So I was going to say, I think. So on you go.
Oh no, you're good.
I was saying, I'm just noticing, obviously, from like three different games. Obviously, the first one we ended up. I think we were okay in terms of fatigue thing. Like we did get to health pits, but it did affect the
Yeah,
rolls.
it's too generous. Yeah.
It's bad. The second one though, we kept hitting the health ones, but we kept having to stay longer in places, or we kept trying to reduce that health so it wouldn't affect us. And this one, obviously, I think, which was, like I said, the portal thing sort of cut away a couple of things, so we didn't really hit the health mark as often, I would say.
And
I only hit it
think
with Aaron until that point he was going crazy.
I think it also helped that we were also playing a lot safer this time to not fill up our clocks too fast.
see, you say that, but in the first 2, I didn't get a single health tick on any of those games because I managed mine great. In this one, I'm already at 2 health ticks because we didn't have time to stop and rest in cities like that. We just didn't have time for that.
We've also got like less health ticks, and
Yeah, I had less fatigue ticks to.
yeah,
and less
the way
health.
the way it's been rejigged, I think it feeds into it quicker.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to maybe kind of struggle to like you said, split it between like stress and cold and fatigue instead of just taking it all in one all the time.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to get inventive.
This is the closest. This is the closest I've gotten to dying by health ticks.
Yeah.
I've died other ways. But...
Yeah. Yeah, I'm fairly happy with how it kind of works. I think I just need to remove magic stuff. Make it more into the theme. Because I want to get this one put out later this year. I don't think I'll get another playtest done before that.
Fair. I mean, it's a fun game. I definitely agree with you on tonal stuff. Like you do need, like it does need to have a tone hammered down.
Yeah. I think it definitely needs the restrictions just to stop you veering off into silly fantasy too much.
And before we start having crazy old people turning people into necromantic abominations.
Yeah, I mean, something
but it
like
was-
Speak to the Dead, I think, is like an okay magic. Do you know what I mean? 'Cause that would be something that's thematic and kind of useful. But like raising armies of skeletons is too much.
maybe for each extra undead you have raised, you get one less dice because you have to control them while you're.
I may even do
Dude.
something like when you do magic, you get like stressed each time you do it as well.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
you're averting nature. Why aren't you stressed?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that makes sense. Because then stress would be for magic and like social things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just thinking about the traits and stuff like that as well. I think most of the traits are done alright.
They're good spread traits. They're just giving you one dice here and there. I don't think it's a big deal.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. I just didn't want to get too many different traits. I was trying not to make it like get too many extra dice for shit. That's why I was like, I'll just pass on the story.
That's that. I find the
Yeah.
traits because that helps you get your XP though as well. That's the sort of like narrative as
Yeah.
well behind them.
I could also limit
Right.
it to the telltale to get a trait to like once per session for one character. So it's not like every single time you make camp it's happening.
Yeah, I think that would be better because like we could have got so many traits technically.
But I mean, your play's a much shorter one as well.
Right, and that's why I wasn't trying to get traits either. Like, it's just supposed to be a short
yeah.
campaign.
I'm wondering though if too many of the traits are like too similar to each other. But I guess that's kind of
But that's I mean, that's also fine if they kind of overlap, because I mean you're probably not going to take two that are too similar. But I mean, just you know the way people are, you're going to cover lots of like nuanced situations, and there's going to cover. I'm okay with the traits. I think the traits are fine, man. I'll probably read them over and see if there's any unnecessary ones, but I don't think there is.
I think definitely let's work it with this balancing out the skills as well to make sure, like I said, you've got one person who's got good pathfinder, good skills.
Yeah, I've got a
hunter, that type
section.
of thing.
I've got a section written in there about choosing your party composition to make sure you've got your bases covered, depending on what the campaign's like. Because if you were doing dungeons and stuff like that, somebody would need to have the delving one or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
A dungeoneer for it.
Yeah,
That's
dungeoneer. Yeah, because that only really came up once, and even then, it wasn't really a dungeon.
Oh yeah, the
whole-
ice
yeah.
cave.
The one thing I'm actually more about is like I don't know if that scenario really fits very well. It might also be in the way we had the map drawn out. Because I was envisioning it more like it'd be like a big long journey somewhere to get help and then come back and doing side quests for stuff on the way. There's
Maybe
usually
for
kind of
that-
going out and back quite a lot, but the portal also added to that.
Yeah, but it was
Yeah.
also kind of like we only had so much time to act.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't even go back. We went to Ultor House, then we went to Korgan, then we went to Skullgors, then we went to Skog, and the only time we went back was for the portal. But like,
Yeah.
if we hadn't gone back then, we wouldn't have made it back. Because even doing that, we went down to like a week left somehow.
Yeah. It just goes mind the other one, you were going like north to one location and then come back. And I was figuring the way it was in my head was this kind of imagine this was the same. You were going one place to get help and then back again and just doing other stuff like kind of on the way. But obviously it wasn't drawn out that way. Because it's just more of a kind of hex crawlish. Sorry?
I think it's because we had slightly more sessions then, didn't we?
It was just the
Well-
shape of it last time.
I don't like even if we had went straight from here to the like say we went there. I don't know. It would have took us. Oh shit! I done fucked up. Anyways, I didn't think we'd have enough time to make it all the way down there and back. Because like after we got to Skog, you're like, you have a week left. I was like, there's no way we can go somewhere else.
Oh
from
yeah,
here
no,
and then
you
make
did.
it back in time.
No, you didn't really.
Yeah, because even then, a large amount of soldiers would, if we had to stay with them and guide them there, it would slow
If you
us
did
down.
enough like really good rolls, you could do it. But I mean, it was designed. The whole thing's designed for you to fail, right? You're not meant to really succeed.
Right, but you like to feel like you might have a chance.
Yeah. But I mean, you chose to go to the yard, get stuff, and send it back and all that. Whereas you could have picked like the guild house or something to go to just to get like soldiers.
Our strategy worked out in the end somehow, though.
Yeah, it's fine. But I mean, I think it suits more a hex crawlish kind of campaign as well scenario.
I sort of travelling for a goal in sense.
Yeah, it's all about travel. And just like, I don't know. When it's like one place you're defending, it's not really travelling as much.
Yeah,
I mean,
think
that may
that's what
just
made
may just be the
difference.
way I ran it, though, rather than actually ill-fitting the system.
But see, like I liked this scenario. It wasn't that bad. But I also like the one where we were trying to find the lost sons or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But that one was all about traveling to where we had to
Yeah,
go.
because I mean, I think if the premise is like about exploration and traveling, that should probably be like the core of the scenario.
Yeah, I felt that probably worked. Yeah, because I think obviously we're subconscious saying, right, we can go down, travel as far as we need to, but we're going to have to get all the way back in time as well.
Yeah.
So it made a bit of a difference, like compared to the other ones. Like we didn't care how far we travelled. We
Yeah,
could
but I mean,
travel
it's
to,
also
like,
good that the
eliminate the max.
scenarios are different enough that people can run different types of games, and they might work better for some people than others as well. I mean, there is, like you said, there is still like management, that's because you've got to manage your time.
Yeah, I like this. It was still fun.
So what scenarios have you not tested yet?
Where have I got these written? I think I've got 6 of them.
Because we already did. This was the oncoming horde. We did the.
This was the Horde. You did the 2 Suns. I think the first one was Legend, which was Legend of a civilization which once ruled the land, and there was
Yep.
ruins of wealth to the north. Another one is the Great Dying, where your village is dying to disease, starvation, and you must seek out the cause of this catastrophe and put an end to it. The Crossing, which is basically you're taking your village and trying to find a new home.
Now
And
that one would be difficult.
Isolation, where let's see,
What if you
Isolation is
change?
kind of like the Horde. It's like the winter, like the great freeze winter is coming. It's going to completely isolate you.
I just had an idea. What if you change it so that cold is cold or heat, so you can have maybe like a desert scenario? where
I'm
it's just
going to
like-
do like expansion ones that are like different ones. So I was going to have a zombie one, a heat one. I've got like 4 or 5 of them, I think, written out. And you just substituting clocks for different types of clocks and the different enemies and environmental stuff. But yeah, I was going to do like a desert one, an ocean one, a space one, a zombie one, I think.
just like a full-on like Subnautica. You just gotta find a way to build your house underwater.
I was thinking more like Waterworld, but yeah.
Waterworld, there you go. I like that.
I'll probably, when I run it next year, it'll be one of those variants I'll do. Because I'll probably stick a couple of them together and do it as like a expansion one.